Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. This is an unboxing video. No, it's not an orchid. I'd have to mortgage the house to get an orchid this big. We'll see what it is. Now in this video I will make some references to the previous one where I've announced some changes to the channel structure and the channel name. I'm almost finalised on the structure and I've had to think about how it can work, because what I don't want is people being effectively conned into watching a video that they hadn't actually chosen. So if somebody's come to my channel to watch an orchid video, I don't want them to find out after a short time that it's a gardening video or it's a bonsai video. There's an easy way round that. I still have the logos. I still have the logo from my separate gardening channel and the logo for my separate bonsai channel. Plus, I have the original logo from my orchid channel when it wasn't Growing Orchids with Roger, it was just Roger's Orchids. Anyway, those logos can be prominent at the start of the videos to which they relate. So it will be obvious what sort of video it is. So those not interested in the bonsai videos don't even need to start watching. And the same with the gardening. But I'm confident, just looking over the views and things and how things have progressed over the last couple of years, that if some of the work I do on the garden, which isn't that often, quite honestly, was on the Orchid channel, it would probably get at least twice as many views as it does on the separate channel. The single channel is monetized, it's got the subscribe here bit at the beginning, it's got the links to the membership, the Patreon, it's got everything going for it. So to bring those other videos into this channel, this single channel, I think makes absolute sense. It's going to happen. Haven't decided on the channel title, but I think I need to keep it as simple and as detailed as possible. So it will be probably Roger's Orchids, Gardening and Bonsai. That way the search can get at each element of the title and still end up at the same place. To come. This is not an immediate thing, I'm not doing it today, but this is a classic example. This is an unboxing video. Strictly speaking, this should be for the garden. Let's find out why it's also part of the Orchid channel. You'll see why when it comes out of the box. I looked at the guy when he delivered this and I looked at him straight away and I said, "Is that heavy?" He said, "No, it's not heavy," and it wasn't. What's in here is wooden, so obviously not too much weight. It should come out relatively easily. Oh my, it's a bit different to how it looked in the picture. I've got to try and get it out of the box now. This is not going to be easy. So I'm moving the box so that I've got somewhere to put it when I get it out of the box. Now you can see what it is. Now you can see why it's relevant to both the Orchid channel and the gardening channel. It's a new bird table, bigger than the last one, with a lovely low overhanging roof that should keep the seed and the tray dry. It's also been treated, so it should last a lot longer, and it ought to, because it was just over twice the price. I think it's going to be well worth it. So that's the top, and the other good thing, okay, I don't mind paying a bit more because it's already put together apart from one little bit which I've got to do. The other one I had to put the whole thing together, it took a long time, and we did have the screwdriver blister, so I didn't have my electric screwdriver in those days. So that's the top. It's funny, this has got very simple packaging, but it's absolutely spot on. And this is going to come out. Is the base. Nice and firm and put together. Now the only thing, I was just going to say, the only thing I can't see is the screws to fix the two bits together. They're in the bottom of the box, so we should be able to tip them out. Splat. There we go. So it's got 4 nice big screws. Whether the holes are drilled in the base of the top, let's have a look. I don't think they are, so I might have to drill the holes. We got holes in there? No. We don't need holes in there. That's clever. What we've got is a slot for the base to go into, and the holes are pre-drilled to come in from the sides into the top of the posts. That's brilliant, and that'll be nice and secure as well. Let's hope it fits. Fiddly. I can't see what I'm doing. You know, this would be easier if I turned it up the other way, wouldn't it? There we go. That slots on like that, and then we put the screws in a minute. So there we go. A new bird table, new bird feeder, much sturdier, much stronger, treated timber. I think it's going to do well. Why is that suitable for the Orchid Channel? How many people have said, while I'm chatting away, for instance on the Sunday chat video, how many people have said they enjoyed watching the birds through the window at the same time as it being an orchid video? I've got to work out how and where this has got to be placed to be able to see it from where I sit. That's important to me, to be able to watch the birds, yeah? And I've got a feeling it's going to have to go here. And bearing in mind it's for the winter, I don't feed in the summer, it might even go literally just outside this door. Now it'll be a little bit in the way, I'll have to walk round it when I go into the garden, but the need to go into the garden in the winter will drop off, you know. We won't be sitting out there in the rain, we won't be sitting out there in the freezing cold. And the amount of time the sun spends up in my nice corner with the bench and everything becomes less and less as we head into the depths of winter. Anyway, that's what it is. And now you can see, had this video been on the Gardening and Bonsai channel, how many people would have seen it? Yeah? So it's on the Orchid Channel, and it's semi-relevant because you will be able to see hopefully a good assortment of birds feeding on here during the winter when I point the camera in that direction. And quite honestly, unless I'm working on my bench repotting, and there won't be too much of that in the winter, or hand holding looking at specific orchids, if I'm standing chatting, which I do now and again, oh you noticed, then it'll be just outside there. And you'll be able to watch the birds as you listen. Because I'm very aware that people like the chats, yeah? You don't actually necessarily need to be looking at me. It's the words and the voice and everything you're listening to, so it might be nice to watch the birds while you listen rather than watch. You see what I mean? Anyway, that's what it was all about. That's what was in the box. Now I've got to try and get that into a position where it can be thrown away into the dustbin so I don't have to go up the tip with it. We shall see. I'll manage. In the picture this was green. Now it's arrived black. I've got no worries about that. Doesn't matter. But I'm very pleased that the rest of the timber has been treated. Should last an awful lot longer than the last one did. So, good stuff. Pleased with that. I shall do the screws up and make it nice and rigid, put it outside, and the actual feeders are on the old one at the moment. I've got to unscrew the hooks and everything, and the feeders have got to be completely cleaned and sterilised, ready for the winter. And I've ordered some more food that will be coming with my shopping. Can't remember whether my shopping's arriving Wednesday or Thursday. Tomorrow? I think it's arriving tomorrow. So the bags of seeds, I've ordered sunflower hearts. I've still got sunflower seeds from last time that the bag's only just started, so there's plenty of those left. I've ordered the mixed seed, and I've also ordered peanuts. So we've got, and what else have I got? I've got the fat balls, the suet balls. So we've got all the stuff that we need to feed the birds. And as I said, I'll remove the hooks from the old one, and they can be screwed into here, ready to hold the feeders for this year. So pleased with that. A little bit more expensive, but I think well worth it. So good stuff. And as I said, thanks for the ideas about a new channel name and thoughts about merging them together. But the more I think about it, the more it just makes sense to have everything under everything under one roof, so to speak, and a very clear identity to the 3 types of videos. Yeah, so that people, if they've got notifications set on the channel, that won't differentiate. It'll just say whatever the channel name is has loaded a video. And they arrive and they think, oh, that's a bonsai video. That will make a nice change. Or, I'm not interested in that, I'll wait for an orchid one. So, you let that bus go, wait for another one to come along. So, I think it makes good sense, certainly more sense economically. Views equals ads watched equals revenue. And that is part of trying to keep everything together, yeah, is the revenue that has to pay the rent, unfortunately, and all the other bills that have gone up, like everybody else's, it's not just me. So it all helps, and I think merging them together makes financial sense as well as practical sense. It also, from my point of view, means I'm working on a single channel all the time. So it makes sense, and it will happen. As I said, not immediately, but coming soon will be a change to the channel name. If and when I change the channel name, it doesn't alter notifications. Notifications are against the channel ID, the underlying ID as YouTube sees it. The name that's tagged on the top to YouTube is irrelevant. That's only relevant for the searches and the algorithms, yeah? So, as when I changed it last time, if you were subscribed, you stay subscribed. You don't get unsubscribed or anything like that. You stay subscribed, and if you've got notifications on, they should stay on. So the only thing that changes is the visible name and the content, obviously. So you don't have to do anything. The only thing that will happen that's obvious is obviously you won't see any new videos on the other channel, apart from when the sun comes out and it's nice and warm out there. I will do a video for the other channel to explain what's happening. Yeah, because there are people that are subscribed to that channel and are not subscribed to the Orchid channel, so they haven't seen this. Yeah, there are people just subscribed to that channel and they will wonder where their videos have gone. Well, I'll do a video to explain all that and give them the new channel name and everything and what's actually happened and why. Yeah. So there we go. That's it for today, and yeah, I should get this put together and get it put outside, out the way for now, and at some point I will sort out, because the old one's got to go up to the recycling centre. It's timber, so it's recyclable, and get the feeders all cleaned up, ready for the new season, and hopefully we get a nice assortment of birds again this year. We will get the basics, I mean that's sort of guaranteed. You know, the robin will be around, the blackbirds, the sparrows, no doubt, possible starlings. We should see the nuthatches, we'll see the blue tits, the great tits, the coal tits, the long-tailed tits hopefully. Hopefully the goldfinches will come back, possibility of green finches, and some other oddities that will turn up possibly now and again. So there we go. Oops, that's the old humidifier coming on again. I'm wondering whether I need it. I might actually try shutting it down and see how high the humidity gets, because it's using power obviously, and it's cutting in and out quite frequently. I'm having to empty it relatively frequently, at least every 2 days. It's about every day and 3/4. It doesn't quite go 2 days. It cuts out if the tank's full, so it's not a worry. It doesn't flood the place or anything, but yeah, it is using power obviously, and I don't know how high. My worry is the humidity overnight when the temperature drops, especially as I will be dropping the thermostat down an extra 2 degrees this year. I don't want 95–100% humidity in here and all the glass streaming and damp on the plants and everything, so it might be worth just leaving it on for that. Once the heater starts kicking in more regularly, that will keep the humidity down naturally, because it's an electric heater, it's dry air. It dries the air as it works. So maybe later, as we get into the depths of winter, the dehumidifier can come off as the heater comes on more. We shall see. These are all things that you just have to adapt to. You can make plans for the variables, but not the timing. You know, we could have a really mild autumn right into November. We might start getting frost in early October. Who knows, you know. Borderline having a frost the other day. It was only the middle of September. So there we go, that's what was in the box, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by, and again, thanks for your ideas and your thoughts on merging the channels, channel names, all that sort of stuff. All the comments get looked at and replied to and taken on board, and the collective ideas, you know, will come in and come into my thoughts and how it's going to progress. But it is going to happen, that's definite, and the debate really is the channel name, and I'm pretty confident I'm just going to stick with this Rogers Orchids, Gardening and Bonsai. It's as simple as it can get and includes me and the other 3 words relevant for algorithm searches. Yeah? So anybody who comes in looking for bonsai videos, they should get a hit. Same with gardening, same with orchids. So it's simple, to the point, and I'll use the logos to identify the 3 different types of videos so that they're obvious, so nobody gets part way into watching a video and suddenly finds out it's not something they're necessarily interested in, or something they came to see via research. So that's important. And again, see you next time, and thanks for all the support. It's all good stuff.